what does it mean for us to interrogate what we find funny? Because I think it tells us a lot about who we are and what we value. And it's also a way we connect with other people. I think I've found with my family and my friends, it's kind of like the language we use to talk to each other. And so the course, I think, is meant to look closely at what it means to find something funny, whether that be a written text or a visual text, or to attempt to write humor yourself. What does it mean to be funny? I made pretty clear on the first day that you don't have to be funny to succeed in the course, but it's about attempting to do this kind of really sharp, I think, focused kind of work in writing that you don't typically do when you're writing a formal English essay.
It was very attractive for me to see the analysis of humor, right? Because there's all different kinds of humor and you might not be exposed to it or sensitive to some.
We're thinking a little bit about what humor is philosophically. There's a long philosophical tradition of defining humor, context, and society. But in order to narrow that a bit, I thought, let's think about the last 50 years in the United States, just to kind of narrow our focus. And so the second parallel track is we're looking at sitcoms as our major text, because I'm interested in those because they not only involve writing, but they also involve performance, and they also involve kind of physicality.
I think I've only looked at humor really before. I never really analyzed it. I've only looked at it through like telling jokes with friends. I think having this sort of roundtable discussion environment in the class setting has sort of opened my eyes up to the different interpretations of what it means to be funny.
I tried to choose sitcoms that I didn't think they had seen much of, because I wanted to, in thinking about that genre, I wanted to study some sitcoms they didn't really have familiarity with, so that they can think about the sitcoms they are familiar with a critical lens. So started with All in the Family, a sort of a touchstone sitcom from the 70s that I think was transgressive in lots of ways in the sort of the topics it chose to interrogate, while also kind of maintaining that family sitcom vibe. And then moving to Cheers, which was sort of a workplace kind of family comedy. And then Seinfeld, which again was, I think, a transgressive sitcom in that it depicted four characters who are, I think, unappealing and kind of, have questionable ethics.
It can be hard with a humor class to want to put your work out there because you're worried, obviously, like, what if no one finds what I find funny? And that can be kind of nerve-wracking at first, but then you kind of get over it because everyone in the class is just trying to have a good time.
You ever notice how every ASM speaker has a list of accomplishments longer than the talk itself? Like, whenever somebody is introducing the speaker, it's always graduated from Harvard, Princeton, and Yale, with 3 PhDs, started 5 nonprofits, and somehow won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Everyone's definitely very supportive, and everyone knows that it takes courage to want to do stand-up comedy in front of the class.
I hope that we attract students who are looking to do something different, are looking to write in a way that they have not written in a class. And I hope that we're attracting students who are open-minded about the things that they're seeing and reading and hearing, to kind of push themselves, I think, to do something they haven't done before. And also it takes some courage, I think, to try to be funny in a group or even in front of your teacher. If you're wasting people's time, they're not laughing, right? And so I think that the idea of specificity and concision in writing is a huge part of the course. I think a major part of what we're teaching them in the English department up until now. And so this is just a different way to express those skills.
It's definitely, I would say, the most unique English class we have at Andover.
Laugh track or no laugh track?
I kind of lean towards no laugh track.
No laugh track.
I think no laugh track.
I'm gonna say no laugh track.